Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. Let's take a look at those track and weather conditions. The main track fast. The turf course is firm. The first race is 6 furlong sprint. These are maiden claimer 4-year-olds and upward. We're going to have 7 runners going to the post.
They're off. Very even start. It's All Night Affair who comes out running on the lead. Joined on the inside by Northern Rail. These two are out the best up the backstretch. And they're followed by High Prince Happy, who's down on the inside. Quattrocento sits fourth early on as Starship Apache goes up on the far outside. After that, as they continue up the backstretch, it is High Dandy, and Upperton is at the back of the field, 6 lengths off the lead, moving past the half-mile pole. 23 flat was the opening quarter mile as the field makes their way around the far turn. And it is Northern Rail in front by 3/4 of a length. All Night Affair is running in second. On the outside comes Starship Apache third, while moving up on the outside and now up into second. Upperton, who was last, has rallied up into fourth now, being ridden along 3 wide on the far turn. And then it's High Prince Happy, Quattrocento, and All Night Affair at the back of the pack as they come toward the top of the stretch. 46 and 3/2 mile, and on the inside, Northern Rail. To the outside, it's Starship Apache. These two together with Upperton 3 lengths behind them in third. Northern Rail on the inside, holding off Starship Apache. Northern Rail drifting out. Starship Apache trying to get by. These two down to the line together. Very close. Starship Apache or Northern Rail were right on it together. Then Upperton, High Dandy, and Quattrocento.
Number 7, Starship Apache, holds on to win it, pays $16 even, owned by Starship Stables, trained by Steve Dwoskin, and ridden to victory today by Luca Panici. The second race, 1 mile maiden claiming event for fillies, 3-year-olds, 8 runners in the field. The off-time favorite, number 8, Optimistic Outcome.
They're off. Lynn Diesel and Nina bumped a bit coming out of there. Optimistic Outcome on the far outside. Perfect Patty's got some early speed too. Between those two, it's Under My Skin, and to their inside, Liberty Lunch along with Banner Girl at the rail as the field races out of the chute. Then it's back to Lynn Diesel, who is running third last early on. Nina second last, and Foxy Gator trails the field. Up the backstretch they go. Liberty Lunch has taken the lead here. Liberty Lunch by 3/4 of a length after a quarter of 23 and 4. Optimistic Outcome second to the outside. Perfect Patty follows third by 2. Banner Girl is fourth. Under My Skin fifth right now at about 6 lengths off the lead up the backstretch. Then Lynn Diesel followed by Foxy Gator and Nina to the outside. So they pass the half-mile pole, and leading the way here is Liberty Lunch through a 47 and 2 half mile. On top by a length to Optimistic Outcome second. Now they've separated themselves 5 from Lynn Diesel, who moves up into third. Banner Girl is next. Perfect Patty drops back, and then Nina to the outside. Under My Skin and Foxy Gator. Around the far turn, the top 2 well clear. Liberty Lunch from Optimistic Outcome. They're a length apart, and they're 7 lengths ahead of Lynn Diesel and Nina. And then it's Banner Girl. 3/4 up in 1:12 and 2. They're into the stretch. Optimistic Outcome now goes right up alongside and by Liberty Lunch on the lead. Optimistic Outcome to the front. Liberty Lunch back into second, and it's 10 lengths back to Nina, who's third on the outside of Lynn Diesel. Optimistic Outcome and Miguel Vasquez pulling away as they come under the line. They're going to win it going away to Liberty Lunch. Late move up the rail for Foxy Gator to grab third from Nina and Lynn Diesel.
Number 8, Optimistic Outcome, draws off to win it and pays $4.20, owned by Black Cloud Stable LLC, trained by Anthony Pecoraro, and ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have race number 3. Welcome back. The third race is a 1 mile event. These are claimers of filly 3-year-olds. Scratch the 3 postscript.
They're off. Ashy Poo sent out of there by Nick Juarez to show some early speed. Outside, it's Awesome Challenge. And right there, too, is Alcaldesa. Panetta behind them and Secret War at the back of the field as they exit the chute. So it's Awesome Challenge between Ashy Poo on the inside and Alcaldesa to the outside. And these three are vying for command up the backstretch. And they are just ahead of Secret War, who has moved up into fourth, now just a length and a half off the lead. Panetta trails the field not far behind either. A 24 and 2 first quarter mile up the backstretch. Now it is Ashy Poo and Awesome Challenge. These two side by side on the lead. A length and a half clear of Alcaldesa, who's even with Secret War. And Panetta comes up to the outside of them, only 2.5 lengths from first to last with a half mile to go. And now here comes a run from Alcaldesa just to the outside of the front runners, Ashy Poo and Awesome Challenge, and they're all right together after a 48 and 3 half mile. Panetta is next and Secret War being ridden at the back of the field. Around the far turn, Ashy Poo gets plenty of pressure here. Awesome Challenges alongside. Outside of them, Alcaldesa, 3 in a line. And Panetta's going to swing out 4 wide. Secret War not keeping up. 3/4, 113 and 3. They're into the stretch. And it's Ashy Poo. Ashy Poo's got a bit of daylight now. A length and a half lead. But here comes Panetta on the outside. Panetta now right alongside of Ashy Poo. These two sprint clear from Awesome Challenge. It's Panetta and a stubborn Ashy Poo coming back on the inside. But it's going to be Panetta. Ashy Poo was second, and then came Awesome Challenge, a photo between Secret War and Alcaldesa.
Number 5, Panetta gets the photo and pays $7.40 to win. Owned by Guarneri Stables Incorporated, trained by Antonio Sano, ridden to victory today by Luis Saez. The fourth race, 7 furlongs. These are maiden 4-year-olds and upward. We're going to have 7 runners in this field.
They're off. Only the Shadow Nose comes out running well. Annihilator traveling a foot between those two. These three out for the lead as they run out of the chute. And then it's Shot, who's away running in fourth and moving up in between horses. Capital Letters is there. Then to the outside comes Ascend. Howlin' Mad Smith takes his spot at the back of the field, 5 lengths off of Only the Shadow Nose, who leads the field up the back stretch. Only the Shadow Nose, 3/4 of a length in front. On the outside is Shot running in second position up the backstretch. At a break of 2, back to Capital Letters, who's third on the inside of Annihilator. Then it's traveling a foot, fifth, and dropping back on the turn. Passed now by Ascend, who's moving up. And the trailer is Howlin' Mad Smith. So they make their way around the far turn. Only the Shadow Nose on the inside. Battling for the lead with Shot. These two right together. Ascend continues to make progress and is now closing on the outside. Annihilator put to the whip in fourth. And then comes Capital Letters, and they're at the top of the stretch. Shot between horses. Ascend on the outside. Only the Shadow Nose is down toward the rail. And Ascend has moved to the top. Ascend is now the leader. Opening up from Only the Shadow Nose. And Shot coming down to the line. Ascend by 4. Then Only the Shadow Nose, Shot, Annihilator, and Capital Letters.
Number 5, Ascend wins it and gives trainer Graham Motion his first win of the meeting. Owned by Stone Farm, ridden by John Velasquez. The horse paid $9 to win. The fifth race, 6 furlongs. These are claimers, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch number 5, Whisper on the Street.
They're off. Sherry's Win, Frank Starr, Lovely L on the outside, and Spectacular Sheeran from the rail. They're followed by Pam Pam and You Feel This Cornelius as the tight pack heads up the backstretch, and Frank Starr, the favorite, makes the lead. Frank Starr in front. By 3/4 of a length, Pam Pam splits horses, takes second. Then it's Spectacular Sheeran, who's down on the inside. Lovely L's alongside as You Feel This Cornelius begins to move up about 2.5 lengths off the lead. And they've left Sherry's Win 6 lengths behind after an easy opening quarter mile in 23 and 1. Around the far turn, Frank Star, the leader, 3/4 of a length. Pam Pam and Lovely L heads apart second and third. You Feel This Cornelius on the move from fourth, 3 lengths off the lead. Down at the rail is Spectacular Sheeran, and the trailer is Sherry's Win as Frank Star takes them to the top of the stretch in front. A 46 and 4/2 mile. Frank Star up the rail. Pam Pam. Pam Pam has charged up now and has taken the lead. Lovely L is second. Frank Star has retreated to third and is about to lose that to Spectacular Sheeran. It is Pam Pam and Lovely L coming down to the line. Pam Pam, Lovely L, Pam Pam, Lovely L. Pam Pam was second, and then it was Spectacular Sheeran, followed by Sherry's Win.
Number 7, Lovely L wins it, pays $13 even, owned by Preferred Pals Stable, trained by Alan Nowinski, and ridden to victory today by apprentice Vincente Guidel. Sixth race, a 5-furlong turf event. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds. Scratch the 5, Cannot Stop. Scratch the 7, Evan from Heaven. At scratch the main track only, number 11.
They're off. It was a good start for Armando Big. On the inside, Symbol Mast is away running in second. And then it's El Señor de los Cielos out running in third position up the backstretch. They're being followed by Brunello Music as they continue their way toward the turn. Aces Over Kings is next, but Duke is down on the inside. And then it's El Shaddai, and Anderson's AP trails the front-running favorite Armando Big and Edgar Zayas, who lead the field around the far turn by a length. El Señor de los Cielos trying to keep up in second through a 22 flat opening quarter mile. Now they're 5 lengths ahead of the rest. Symbol Mast, Aces Over Kings next. On their outside is Baduk, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Armando Big looking good here. Is opened up to lead by 4. Armando Big coming by the 8th pole, 5, 6 in front of El Señor de los Cielos. And then it's Symbol Mast, Brunello Music, and on the outside, Baduk as they're coming down to the line. Armando Big wins for fun, as expected here, by about 8 in the end over El Señor de los Cielos. And then it was Baduk, followed by Anderson's AP and Symbol Mast.
The big favorite, number 9, Armando Big, wins and pays $2.60. Owned by Grupo 7C Racing Stable, trained by Gustavo Delgado, and ridden to victory today by Edgar Zayas. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for race number 7.
Our day begins early, preparing for the task ahead, focused on a single goal. Then it's showtime, ready to face another challenge. And while victory may be uncertain, you can always bet on us to be at our very best.
Welcome back to 7th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are maiden claimers, 4-year-olds and upward. We have 1 scratch in the race, and that's number 5, Mr. Song.
Goes in. They're all in line. They're off. And it's Little Croupy who comes out running the best. Little Croupy establishes the early lead here. And then it's Moonlit Friday, Mill Creek, and Fury Road right behind. Mr. Coupons is away running in 5th. This Rocky Warrior is 6th. Then Updraft on the outside, followed by Olympic Bid and Neutron Star as they make their way around that first turn. And it's Little Croupy in front. Little Croupy, 99-1 long shot, making the pace here. A neck in front of Mill Creek in 25 and 3/5 seconds. And now Mill Creek's going to take the initiative and take the lead onto the backstretch with this slow early pace. Moonlit Friday is running along in 3rd and comes up on the outside of Little Croupy, who's under a ride already. Then a break of another 2 to Fury Road, running in 4th by another 2. Dothraki Warrior is after that, followed by Updraft racing on the outside of Mr. Coupons and Olympic Bid, while Neutron Star waits at the back of the pack of 50 and 1/2 mile. And it is Mill Creek who is now the leader by a length and 3/4, moving into the turn from Moonlit Friday. Little Croupy on the inside, and then Fury Road in 4th. After that, Dothraki Warrior follows in 5th, 4 lengths off the lead. Updraft on the outside is next, then Olympic Bid, Mr. Coupons, and Neutron Star. Around the far turn, and Mill Creek is in front through 3/4 in 1:15 and 2, and will turn for home on the lead here. Mill Creek in front at the top of the stretch. Moonlit Friday and Fury Road trying to come on. Dothraki Warriors on the inside, then Olympic Bid in 5th. It is still Mill Creek trying to get there, another furlong to go, but Dothraki Warriors running at Mill Creek now, and then it's Fury Road on the outside. Dothraki Warrior, Mill Creek bobbing heads down to the wire. Either of those two could have won it. Mill Creek or Dothraki Warrior, and then it was Fury Road, Olympic Bid, and Neutron Star.
Number 6, Mill Creek. What a close photo. Game performance pays $5.20 to win. Owned by Silverton Hill LLC, trained by Brian Lynch, and ridden to victory today by Joel Rosario. The 8th race, 1 mile on the turf. It's a claiming event for 4-year-olds and upward. We have 2 scratches in this race. Number 1, High Quality Prince, and number 2, Cur Royale.
They're off. And it's Starship Frontier, Greyfell, and Mongolian Sunday out for the early lead. The Greys take charge early on here. Quite the issue. iPhone Addiction and Zippy Zappy will sit behind as they make their way into that first turn, where it is Greyfell in front. Greyfell opens up the lead by 2 over Mongolian Sunday. And then it's Starship Frontier third as they make their journey around that first turn. Quite the issue is 4th racing outside of horses. And 4 lengths off the lead, Zippy Zappy and iPhone Addiction trail the field as Greyfell leads the way through that first 1/4 mile in 23 and 4/5 seconds. Greyfell and Corey Lannery, 2 lengths out in front of Mongolian Sunday up the backstretch. And then it's quite the issue outside of Starship Frontier, who's down at the rail. Zippy Zappy's 5 lengths off the lead and just ahead of iPhone Addiction as the field continues their way up the backstretch. Greyfell on top. Mongolian Sunday is running in second. Fellow Grey Starship Frontier third into the far turn. The half 47 and 3. Quite the issue ridden along to go in 4th. Zippy Zappy and iPhone Addiction around the far turn. Greyfell by just a neck. Mongolian Sunday pumped on to go now. 3 wide is Starship Frontier. Quite the issue is caught 4 deep. And then comes Zippy Zappy, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And Greyfell's going to turn for home in front. Greyfell off the turn from Mongolian Sunday in second. On the far outside, quite the issue. Now beginning to run on is Zippy Zappy in between horses, who is up battling for second now, but Greyfell is still in the clear. Zippy Zappy and quite the issue, trying to close the gap late, but Greyfell's got it. Greyfell to be quite the issue, then Zippy Zappy and Starship Frontier.
Number 3, Greyfell, wins and pays $8.60, owned by Robert Maracocchio, trained by Brendan Walsh, ridden to victory today by Corey Lannery. The 9th race, 5 furlongs on the turf. It's an allowance optional claimer for 4-year-olds and up with the off-time favorite, number 6, Simon Bar Sinister.
They're off. Wild Mongolia and Wild Woohoo both had good starts. They go out to the front, along with Blame Jim, who's away running in third right behind them. And then it's Simon Bar Sinister on the inside. All-Star Red, Posse Dreamin' is next. And farther out comes Solitary Ranger. Then back to Shadow Rock, Lord Trondor. More applause trails the field as they make their way into the turn. Blame Jim, Wild Woohoo, and Wild Mongolia across the track. These 3 just ahead of All-Star Red, who's down on the inside. Simon Bar Sinister's alongside of them. Then Solitary Ranger and Posse Dreamin'. They went 21 and 3 for the 1/4. After that, it's Shadow Rock and More Applause and Lord Trondor. They're into the stretch. Wild Woohoo, Wild Mongolia, Blame Jim drops back on the inside. All-Star Red, Simon Bar Sinister, Posse Dreamin's rolling 2 and closing through an opening on the inside. It is now Shadow Rock, and on the outside, Simon Bar Sinister coming 2. Simon Bar Sinister gets up to win. And then it's Wild Woohoo, Shadow Rock closed late, Posse Dreamin' was next, and then All-Star Red.
Number 6, Simon Bar Sinister, wins and pays $6 even, owned by There's a Chance stable, trained by John Mazza, ridden to victory today by Joe Bravo. We will take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the first half of the late Daily Double.
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Mucho Macho Man has the lead close to home. Mucho Macho Man!
Welcome back for race number 10. The first half of our late Daily Double is a 6-furlong sprint. Claimers of fillies, 3-year-olds. The claiming price, $25,000.
They're off. Natalie LaRose goes out to lead them early. Bagema's away in second. Action right there in third, followed by Smokin' Red Hot to the outside. Break of another 2 lengths more to Baby I'm Worth It and Ever Arch. Smokin' Red Hot is just to the outside, or rather just to the outside is First Girl, and the trailer is Villainy as the field heads past the half-mile pole and moves for the far turn. Natalie LaRose, the leader. On the inside, Bagema follows in second. In action right behind them, third after a 22 and 4/4. Then it's Smokin' Red Hot, First Girl to the outside, followed by Baby I'm Worth It, who's down toward the rail. Ever Arch is next, and Villainy. Around the far turn, Natalie LaRose and Bagema. These two coming to the quarter pole. Natalie LaRose in front, a half a length. Bagema's down on the inside, second by 3. In action is third. And then it's Smokin' Red Hot. 45 and 4 the half. They're into the stretch. Natalie LaRose is pulling away now, leaving Bagema behind. She's 3-4 lengths in front as they come down to the 16th pole. Natalie LaRose in front from Bagema, and the others are far behind. Coming down to the wire, Natalie LaRose will win it by 5 over Bagema. Third is going to be First Girl in a photo within action, and then it was Villainy.
Number 2, Natalie LaRose cruises to victory, pays $10.60, owned by Frank Carl Calabrese, trained by Mike Petro, and ridden to victory today by MSCL Jaramillo. The 11th and final race, 5 furlongs on the turf. These are maiden claimers, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds, and up with a full field of 11 runners. The claiming price, $16,000.
They're off. Hillbilly Babe broke well from the inside. Farther out, it's Value Baby with some early foot. And between those two, Idealism goes up. And now goes up to take the lead. Glass of Wine is running in fourth on the inside. Dreaming of Eva follows in fifth up the back stretch. And is right alongside of Pound Sterling. And just to the outside of them comes Star of the Nile. A length and a half to Love Flute. Our favorite place in Dynamy Road at the back of the field. It is Idealism in front as they move around the far turn from Value Baby. 22 and 1 was the quarter. These two nose to nose on the lead. Glass of Wine is edging up to them 3 wide. Behind them is Hillbilly Babe, followed by Dreaming of Eva. And to the outside, Star of the Nile. They're into the stretch. Glass of Wine runs up alongside of Value Baby. Value Baby digs in. Glass of Wine, they're right together now, and they're clear of Star of the Nile. Glass of Wine trying to get by Value Baby in the final strides, and is doing it now. Glass of Wine to beat Value Baby, and then it was Star of the Nile, followed by Love Flute. A photo for fifth between Pound Sterling and Dreaming of Eva.
Favorite number 2, Glass of Wine, wins and pays $4 even, owned by Tomasino Caparella, trained by David Forks, and that gives jockey Luis Saez his second victory today. In the pick 5, 5 of 5, paid $479.05, 4 of 5, $8.25. The Rainbow 6, lots of tickets, $572.86. The carryover going into Friday, $1,312,764.63. The Super High 5 paid $9,151.20. And that wraps up the action. What an exciting day at beautiful Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.